Hey everybody, welcome back to Unicorn Princess Got 'em. I'm Onikage, and this is day 5 of the Stardew Valley patch 1.6 playthrough for getting a strong start in your first spring. It is Friday in game. This is the first day that the community center and the mines become available. It's also the first day that the traveling cart in the forest to the south is going to be there. You're going to want to check the traveling cart every time it spawns if you're going for year 1 completion, because it'll have either a red cabbage or a red cabbage seed. You need to buy whichever of those it has, because otherwise you don't get red cabbage seeds until year 2, and you won't be able to complete the community center bundles without it. Generally, what I do on this day is similar to the other ones as far as explore first, see what the cart has for sale. If it has anything I need for bundles that are available in later seasons, I might buy those, especially since I've got 10,000 coin. But we're going to be going to the east to check to trigger the cutscene for the community center, and then we're going to be heading north to the mine. So I'm gonna do the review or the walk around of the area to see what's what, and then I'm gonna restart the day. Unfortunately, I don't think, yeah, neutral today. Daily luck plays a big part in whether or not you get a staircase when you break rocks in the mine. The better your luck is, the better chance you have of a staircase spawning. So the fact that it's neutral is neither good or bad, but I was hoping for good, so that, like good spirits or good humor, so that I could maybe get better progress. But yeah, so I'm going to take care of just like the little maintenance stuff, get the kale planted, and then we will pick up once I have gotten to the mines. All right, so the community center cutscene just triggered, and I realized I needed to cover something really quick. We are going to go here to the general store really fast and buy a bunch of seeds for what we're going to plant tomorrow. You do need to get a bean and a potato, and we don't have to wait very long for it to unlock, but you need both of those for the bundle completion. Other than that, it's really recommended, especially early on, to do a ton of kale, because kale, for how fast it grows, actually gives a lot of experience and it sells pretty well. So that's why I bought kale the other day too. These, it takes 10 day for the bean, takes only 6 for the potato, so we don't have to get these right now, but you can if you just want to get it over with. And the reason that we're not planting more today is because the scarecrow doesn't become available until we sleep overnight. And since we have planted that ancient seed, I don't want to risk crows. If you have more than 15 things planted, crows show up. So if I plant more than the 15 I have and a crow shows up and destroys the ancient like plant, that's going to really suck. Now, part of the pain here, if you really want to progress your farm quickly, is to buy a ton of kale. It's a pain in the ass because you have to water it like, manually every single morning. But again, it's worth it to unlock the quality sprinkler sooner rather than later so that you can use the mine rewards like the iron and the gold and whatnot to create like craft the quality sprinklers. Also, after the community center cutscene, you do have to go into the community center and you have to interact with this little square down here. Otherwise, you won't get the letter tomorrow from the wizard who teaches you how to, like, I guess, speak the language or something, and that lets you start the bundles. So now that we've done that, I am going to go north. I am going to move that fishing chest that I told you about, and we are going to move that next to the mine, and I'm going to show you the new fishing spot in just a second. So I've moved the chest up here. You have to loot it, and then you hit it with the mining pick so that you can collect it, and then you move it up here. This is one of the safe spots where people don't patrol, so it's safe to leave it here. You're going to want to store everything except for a mining pick and some food for replenishing energy. This is probably one of the best spots to fish from up here. And it's similar to the other spot, except that once we have the mining carts, it's going to be super fast to get here because the mining cart is right at the bus stop and it'll take us straight there. This guy is going to give us our first sword. Now, the problem is that he is going to send us a quest tomorrow to kill green slimes. And any slimes we kill today doesn't count. But by killing the 10, we get access to the Adventurers Guild, and that's where we can buy some better weapons if we don't get any in the mine. So it's just about 11 a.m. Much like with the fishing, I am going to see how far I can progress in the mine between now and about 6 p.m. and decide if we're going to keep the save or if we're going to start the day over. So I'll check back in just a second. So we have come to the pretty much the end of the day. It's only 10 p.m., but I really don't have a way to progress further. I got to level 15. I don't think I have enough energy. Even, I mean, I've got the carrot and stuff, but I was taking a decent amount of damage down there. I'm gonna keep this save because I did get a ton of copper ore, but most importantly, the first sword they give you only does 1 to 3 damage. It's like a rusty sword. And then smashing the barrels, I got two of these wooden clubs. Now they do 9 to 16, they're much slower, but one of the new things that can happen is that they can roll a like an enchantment, I guess, or something. And Slime Slayer seems to be like 50 to 100% more damage to slimes. So that's definitely going to be worth keeping. I bought 50 kale seeds, so I'm going to plant those. I got a yam from one of those burrower dudes, and I pretty much loaded up my bag to take a bunch of this stuff back. Oh, and I did break those red geodes, and there was some gold in one of them, so that covers the gold ore. We won't need to buy any gold ore. Because I didn't loot the coal from the ground when I got it from the fishing chest, the blacksmith never gave me the forge blueprint, but that's something that you can do on your end, and it's something I should have done. If you get coal from fishing, just like discard it onto the ground and then pick it up again, and that'll trigger it. So, all in all, I think we did good. The only other thing I was going to mention that's important, and this is for tomorrow, is that we're going to use about 75 of these stones to build the well. So, we're going to need to stop by the Robin's Carpenter Shack there. Also, the traveling cart had a tiger trout for sale, which was 1,000 gold. Now, that's very expensive for a fish, but the tiger trout only spawns in fall, and it's like the last fish that you need for the river fish bundle, I believe. So I will be able to complete the river fish bundle and the other fish bundles at summer. I won't have to wait for fall, so that's great. So this is going to wrap it up for day 5. Day 6, depending on what the daily luck is going to depend on is going to determine what we end up doing. If the luck is good, we're going to do the mine right away. If the luck is bad, then we are going to do fishing until 7 p.m. Once the bass stop spawning, then we're going to go into the mine and try to get to floor 20, 25 or so. So again, appreciate you watching these. Hopefully they're very helpful and useful for you. I've been Onikage with Unicorn Princess Gotham. Take care and stay safe.